to the June 6, 2017 regular meeting of the Putnam County Legislature. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and please remain standing for legislative prayer if you wish to bow your head in prayer. Legislator Yonke, would you lead us, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We gather together here today intent on doing good work. We seek to represent fairly and well those who have given us this task. May our efforts be blessed with insight, guided by understanding and wisdom. We seek to serve with respect for all. May our personal faiths give us strength to act honestly and well in all matters before us. Amen. Roll call, please.
District 1, Legislator Putnam.
Present.
District 2, Legislator Goldman.
Present.
District 3, Legislator Edwards. Present. District 5, Legislator Albana.
Present.
District 6, Legislator Young.
Present.
District 7, Legislator Castellano.
Present.
District 8, Legislator LeBeau. District 9, Legislator Sullivan.
Present.
District 4, Chairwoman Massarino.
Present. We have several proclamations this evening. The first one is National Safe Voting Month for June 2017, which will be presented by Legislator Scucciamara.
Isn't he the king of Lake May?
Yes,
I grew up on Lake Osquanna, and I know the importance of safe boating, especially in the summer months when everybody tends to have a really good time. And we're very fortunate that the Coast Guard Auxiliary has served the county for nearly 70 years by providing boating education courses, making marine dealer visitations, probably you, conducting boater safety checks, and tending multi-mission patrols. Using their own boats and equipment, the Coast Guard Auxiliary has been able to reduce boating accidents and fatalities. Through volunteer services, how important they are. The Coast Guard Auxiliary has made the waters of the county safer by spreading messages of boating safety, not only during National Boat Safety Month, but throughout the entire year. Should I say a few words?
Please. First, thank you, Legislator, for allowing this to happen every year. I think it's about our 15th year doing this. This is Safe Boating Month and Safe Water Month, being out on the waters. For our tourism department, Putnam County is so rich between the Hudson River and all of our beautiful lakes in between. I'd like to thank all the volunteers from our fire departments, our local police departments that come in and do all the great safety work on our rivers and streams and backyards. Our Sheriff's Department has really stepped up to the plate in the last half dozen years or so with patrolling the Hudson River, Lake Mahopac, and keeping boats on trailers. They do a great job and make our county much safer. Once again, legislators, thank you very much.
And thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Now I'd like to call upon Legislator Yonke to present the proclamations honoring Sergeant Hennigan and honoring Trooper Kim.
This is really the great part of this job where we get to recognize people who serve our community. And in this case, these two gentlemen, they actually saved a life. And I'm happy to honor you guys and acknowledge what you did. I'll read the proclamation. On the morning of May 10, 2017, New York State Troopers Zone Sergeant John Hennigan and Trooper Jason Kim were called into action at the intersection of Route 22 and Doansburg Road in the town of Southeast. Whereas when the two officers approached, an individual working in the area directed their attention to a person in a nearby pond. Whereas when the two officers approached the pond, they observed a person submerged face down in 6 feet of deep water. Sergeant Hennigan and Trooper Kim immediately responded to the situation. They entered the water and brought the victim to land. I understand you went in uniform, hats on, and everything. Whereas once on the shore, first aid was administered right away while an ambulance was en route. Due to the swift action and responsiveness of both officers, the 40-year-old victim, a consumer of the Hudson Valley Cerebral Palsy Association, is alive today. Therefore, be it resolved that the Putnam County Executive and Putnam County Legislature do hereby recognize and publicly thank and honor Zone Sergeant John Hennigan and Trooper Jason Kim for putting their state trooper first aid training into action. Their quick and professional response made their story one which will be retold with a smile. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
You, John? You guys should just say a few words about what happened that day.
We just were in the right place at the right time, and we're just very happy that there was a good Samaritan that flagged us down, and we were able to save a life.
Just follow his lead, is my sergeant, so.
How cold was the water?
It was cold.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Our next proclamation is honoring Kevin Bailey. Unfortunately, he could not be here this evening. Legislator Anthony would like to present that proclamation. Please read it into the record.
Kevin Bailey has been an asset to the Putnam County community by serving in many capacities over the past few decades. As a charter member of the Patterson Rotary, Kevin Bailey was instrumental in solidifying this benevolent organization in the town of Patterson, and has since carried over his experience and positive spirit to the Lake Mahopac Rotary, or I should say Mahopac. I've known Kevin for many years through the Rotary in Lake Mahopac, and he exemplifies the heart of a Rotarian, which is service above self. Kevin served as the chairman of the Putnam County Economic Development Agency and chairman of the Putnam County Industrial Development Agency. Recognizing the vital work done by the nonprofits within the county, Kevin Bailey was involved in fundraising cable funds for organizations such as the United Way of Putnam County Park, the Putnam County Humane Society, and the Putnam Hospital Center. He has been honored by various organizations for his contributions to the community, such as Park and Putnam Hospital Center. He has also been honorary Grand Marshal at past Columbus Day and St. Patrick's Day parades. He has a reputation for being an individual who is community-oriented, caring, and determined. Putnam County Executive and Putnam County Legislature do hereby wish Kevin well in his retirement and thank him for his selfless and generous efforts on behalf of Putnam County.
Moving on to our approval of minutes. Approval of regular meeting, May 2nd, special meeting, May 22nd, and special meeting, May 25th, respectively. Agenda item number 5, correspondence, county auditor. There is no activity during this reporting period. Moving on with our pre-filed resolutions. Colcon Legislator Sullivan, Chairman of the Rules Enactments and Intergovernmental Relations Committee.
Thank you, Chairwoman Nassarino, and on behalf of myself, legislators Adenizio and Albano, we have before us a resolution for the removal of a board member from the Putnam County Home Improvement Board, and the Home Improvement Board at its monthly meeting held on April 11, 2017, voted on the recommendation to remove said member based upon absences from greater than 50% of their meetings within a one-year period. In accordance with Chapter 135 of the Putnam County Code, Section 135-136F, and whereas the rules enactment and Intergovernmental Relations Committee reviewed and approved said recommendation at its meeting held on May 10, 2017. Now therefore be it resolved that the Putnam County Legislature hereby approves the removal of Erin Meager as a member of the Putnam County Home Improvement Board.
Any discussion? All in favor? Thank you, Legislator Sullivan. Moving on to the Personnel Committee, on behalf of myself and Legislators Albano and Yonke, I would like to move forward with an approval for a fund transfer for probation overtime due to a vacant receptionist position in the amount of $6,842.45. Any discussion? All in favor? Item 6C, ratification collective bargaining agreement with Putnam Management Association. This is a contract to be ratified. They met on May 9th and ratified with the collective bargaining union. So I believe that this is a fair and equitable contract that both sides work towards a mutual equitable agreement. So I'd like to move forward with this. Any discussion? All in favor? Okay, thank you. And now call upon Legislator Analizio, Chairwoman of the Economic Development and Energy Committee.
Thank you, Chairwoman Astorino. On behalf of myself and legislators Goulden and Sullivan, bring forward 6D, is the approval designation of project director for Putnam County Visitors Bureau. Pursuant to the requirements of New York State's Tourism National Funds Program, administered by Empire State Development, the county legislature is required to approve any action appointing a change in the project director. The Putnam County Visitors Bureau seeks approval for Mr. Conklin to be appointed project director, enabling him to administer the I Love New York Tourism Matching Funds guidelines. The Putnam County Legislature hereby designates Bruce Conklin project director of the Putnam County Visitors Bureau, enabling him to administer the I Love New York Matching Funds on behalf of Putnam County.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Chairwoman.
Yes.
It's okay. I had the opportunity to spend a little time with Bruce Conklin over the weekend at the Shakespeare Gala, and the man has really hit the ground running, and I'm very impressed with his ideas and his inspirations for Putnam, and I look forward to seeing what becomes of this. And this new board is really phenomenal. I suggest anybody go to one of their meetings and sit there and listen to them. They really got it together. Very happy.
I'm happy to hear that. I look forward to Mr. Conklin coming to the economic development meeting to give us an update. Because I know there's a lot of good things going around Putnam County, especially this time of year.
Yes, there is.
Moving on to our Physical Services Committee, I call upon Legislator Albano, Chairman of that committee.
Thank you, Chairwoman Astorino. On behalf of legislators Castellanos, Bouchard, and myself, I'd like to move 6E, approval of budgetary amendment 17A-027. Highways and Facilities 2017 CHIPS capital project budget. This is increased estimated appropriations of $330,548 CHIPS, increased estimated revenues, state aid CHIPS, $330,548.
Any discussion? All in favor?
6F, approval of revised fee schedule for Putnam County Veterans Memorial Park. Highways and Facilities also includes community gardens.
Respectfully through the chair.
Yeah.
This matter should be tabled and sent back to physical. There's some further changes to the resolution that will be required, referencing the prior resolution and some fees that were previously unincluded.
Thank you, Andrew. So move to table this.
Second. All in
All
favor?
Thank you.
Now call upon Legislator Goulden, Chairman of the Protective Services Committee.
Thank you, Chairwoman Astorino. On behalf of the members of the Protective Services Committee, legislators Castellano and Yonke, I make a motion to move the following item. Item number 6G, approval budgetary transfer 17T094 for Sheriff's Department overtime for the town of South Leeds fireworks.
Any discussion?
I would, there was quite a bit of discussion in arriving at this with the cooperation of our undersheriff and Captain Christian. We've got a reasonable number. It's a great event that's going to take place in the town of Southeast on July 1st, and I think it's a win-win for the county.
If I could add to that as well, it is July 1st. It's a fantastic event. It's a great opportunity for the sheriff and the general public to mix. It's a good training exercise. And given the world we live in today, as we see in the news all the time, this is money well spent and keep our citizens safe. But it's a fantastic event. I hope everybody comes out.
I would just like to add to that, during the discussions that ensued in committee, we did discuss the feasibility of whether or not we can sustain this event moving forward, and it's something that I would like to see addressed earlier next year. So, as well attended as it is, and as great as it is as an exercise for the Sheriff's Department, we still have fiscal restraints that have to be considered. So, part of the discussion that was brought up by the undersheriff and captain was that it might involve more monies than designated here this evening. So we'll see if that is actually the case, and revisit this next year early on.
Yeah, I support the event. I think it's a good community event, and like I said, one of the benefits is it's an opportunity for different agencies to get together, and it's almost like a practice type of situation. So it's a great opportunity to get benefit out of that also. So, and again, we've got to watch the numbers. We'll try to keep it very tight next year if we go. Thank you.
Any other discussion? All in favor? Full-time legislative speaker, Chairwoman of the Health, Social, Educational, and Environmental.
It's a lot, isn't it? Thank you, Chairwoman Nassarino. On behalf of legislators Anizio and Goldman, I'd like to move number 6H, approval and renewal of the Crime Assistance Program grant in the amount of $345,234.
Any discussion? All in favor? Moving on to our Audit and Administration Committee, I call upon Legislator Castellano.
Thank you, Chairwoman Nassarino. On behalf of legislators Yanaki and Sullivan, I'd like to move forward the following. Item 6I is approval of budgetary transfer for the Commissioner of Finance, the vacancy control factor from January through April of 2017. This is money that went unused because of the vacancy, and we're moving money around, moving it back to vacancy control so we have a better understanding of what's happening.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Item 6J is approval of budgetary transfer for the Commissioner of Finance. Provide funding for the contract settlement for Putnam Management Association. Moving money around to pay this contract. It's a good deal for Putnam.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Item 6K is the approval of the semi-annual mortgage tax report from October 1st, 2016 through March 31st, 2017. This is the mortgage tax collected by the county clerk's office. It's payment back to the local towns and the 3 villages, money collected on mortgage tax. And we do this every 6 months.
Any discussion? All in favor?
6L is a resolution urging state representatives to co-sponsor and pass legislation that will require the state to fully fund the cost of any new mandates or expansion of any existing mandates on local governments and or schools. This is a constant battle with Albany to help us with these unfunded mandates that we have, and we're urging our state representatives to help us.
This would be too good to be true, because we all know how these mandates are crippling us. We could do so much more with our budget. 73% weren't going to mandates. So we can only hope.
They seem to impose more and more on each year, with offering little or no relief.
Exactly.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Item 6M is the approval of the support of Putnam County limited exemption of sales and use tax on purchases on qualified clothing and footwear in the month of August and 10th day period from August 14th through August 23rd. This not only is a benefit to the local businesses who hopefully will get an increase in business through this activity, but also benefit to the families in Putnam County when they go back to school. The kids need to buy stuff, and we'll have a little tax break in the process. We ask of the state this every year, and we hope to get a positive response this year.
Any discussion? I'm very supportive of this, and I hope each year we try to get it passed, but I believe that any relief to young families, helping with school clothing and shoes, really is a savings and does significantly help those families. So hopefully, third time's the charm. We'll see.
Last year, we passed the same resolution, and it came out of the Senate, and it did not come out of committee in the Assembly. Hopefully this year, the Assembly will see the right thing by Putnam County and help the small families who would benefit from this. So I think it's a wonderful idea, and hopefully it passes.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Legislator Castellano. Moving on to other business. Any other business? Recognition of public. If any person would like to comment on any agenda item, please come up to the podium, state your name and the town in which you reside. Please remain cognizant that there will be no crosstalk.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to speak really briefly on the amount that was budgeted for the overtime. I think what might be very helpful to the public is when you discuss this, and we really did discuss this because I was at these meetings, but I think it would be helpful to the public because those meetings are taped and not televised, and they're harder to understand for people to disclose what the amount of funding is, because I know people are very concerned about that. I'm definitely in favor, as you all know, of the event in Southeast for Independence Day. But I think that the fact that it could amount to almost $18,000, although that was not approved, is really important for the public to understand. Especially, it is great that it's a training exercise, but I think disclosure here would be extremely helpful. And I think this year, if you can stress, and I know you did try, that if we could have an accurate crowd count, and if you do start earlier next year, which I know is something we want to do, I think that would be extremely helpful for next year. So thank you for all your deliberations on this, but I would love to have a little more disclosure at this level.
Thank you very much. Any other person wishing to come forward? Okay, moving on to our recognition of legislators. Any legislators wish to comment?
Today is D-Day. On June 6, 1944, the Allies invaded Western Europe in the largest attack in history. And please remember that today, June 6th, is D-Day. Also, an estimated 32% of fatal car crashes are caused by intoxicated drivers. Recently, a Putnam County jury convicted a driver of a felony for driving while intoxicated. This individual was sentenced to a term of 2 years up to 7 years in a state prison. This is a very serious issue. Don't drink and drive. If you do it, you will get caught and you will pay the price. So please don't drink and drive.
Thank you.
I'd like to wish a happy birthday to former Assemblyman Will Stevens Sr. He's going to turn 92 years old tomorrow. He's my neighbor, and I represent him, funny enough. And just a happy birthday to Will Sr. and happy Father's Day to all the dads out there.
I would like to extend to adjourn? Thank you.